everyone, today I've got a MOC. So, if you didn't know, I'm a pretty big fan of Transformers and I've accumulated a small collection, no bigger than my Bionicle collection of course, but you know. Anyway, here's my interpretation of Transformers Onslaught. And he transforms into a blue semi-truck with a flatbed trailer. So, let's take a look at the model. And, yeah, he turns into a blue truck, as I said, and I tried to pick out a number of details that a standard semi-truck would have, like the front grille, the headlights, the front wheels, the windscreen up there, the mirrors, gas tank, back wheels. Tried to pick out some details on the inside there with some smaller pieces for like shocks and all the internal bits. Got what I believe are called airfoils. I could be wrong. And then there's a little antenna there. And then and then of course it has the trailer hitch. And so Onslaught does have an articulating trailer. Yes, I wanted to make sure this was one of the features that I incorporated into the model, because I've seen a lot of Hasbro figures that are just a brick. Like, it's just a long brick, and it's like, well, that's not really a truck and trailer. That's more of a really long truck with that's meant to carry things. So one of the things that I really wanted to make sure I did was have an articulating trailer. And the trailer's very simple. It's a flatbed. His feet are just hanging out there. That I designed it so then you can use blast off and vortex here, so you can sit them here, and these will hold the nose of each of their vehicle modes. This way they're not jostling around, and then all these red pieces back here will hold the back end, as well as these grooves for where the articulation is. It doubles to hold some bits still. And the back of the trailer is pretty simple. You got the 4 wheels there, and then the tail lights. So overall, I think he came out very nicely, and yeah. I also tried to keep the vehicle mode within the 6 to 8 stud wide standard that LEGO has going. This way, if you want to build this, you can incorporate it into your LEGO city if you choose to, if you have a LEGO city. So yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to challenge myself to try and do that. And I don't have a minifig on hand to compare it to. I'll put up a photo somewhere in this corner here while I'm editing. It should be there right now. There it is. Haha. Anyway, so because it's a LEGO Transformer, of course it has to transform. So let's get into transformation, because that was the most fun I had designing this figure. So, to begin, let me focus on what we're doing here. So to begin, you got this hinge right here. So what you're going to do, you're going to push that down, and you're going to click it. Come on, click. There it is. So what that does is it locks the trailer hitch. So now he is not going to tip over and do a little teapot. So then from here, we're going to start the trailer. We're going to split the legs like that, and then we're going to come here, fold up this section, and then fold up this section, and then that will make one leg. And we're going to do the same on the other side. His transformation is fairly simple, considering I based this off the G1 figure. I wanted it to be simple and yet intuitive. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut away and readjust. Alright, so I've moved up, and now I have a little more room to work on this, because this guy's pretty tall. So first thing you're going to I can't talk. So the first thing you're going to want to do for this figure is you're going to want to pull out these panels here, just like so. And we're going to do that on the other side, just like that. So that'll open things up, allow you to get access to everything. So then we're going to take the doors and the top of the cab here, and we're just going to disconnect it like so, and the front of the truck will drop down. From here, you're going to split the front of the cab here, just like that. And you're going to swing it out and around, like so. And do that again, like that. And voila, there are the arms. So he's coming together, looking pretty good. Now on the back here, you're going to fold down the antenna right there. And you're going to fold down these airfoils, I think they're called. And then you're just going to split the top of the truck there, and it will swing down and around. And that's his backpack. It's pretty slim. So now we got to take the head here, which it recesses into this cavity here. Just going to take the head and swing it forward like so, and turn the head straight. It has to go on a 45 in order to fit into that cavity due to the studs. So yeah, so the upper torso is done. Well, the chest section is done, sorry. Now the arms, to finish them up, you have to push these panels out so you can bend the elbow. And then from here, you're going to, the front grille here, you're going to flip up this panel here. You're going to swing it out, and then you're just going to bring it back down so it's flush with the rest of the arm. Then from here, you're going to flip up the hand. And like that, just like that, you have his arm. Simple and effective. And we're just going to do the same on the other side here. Up a little, swing it out and around, and then swing this up too. So yeah, there you have Onslaught in his robot mode, and he looks pretty good. One of the things I wanted to make sure that I did with this design was make sure that as he transforms, more and more of this lime color slowly comes through, so it makes it feel like he actually has transformed from just being a straight blue truck. So yeah. So for articulation, I wanted to make sure he was very well articulated while still being bulky and solid, because I've seen some Lego Transformers where they fall over and they shatter into a million pieces, and I didn't want that. I wanted to create a very solid figure that if he falls over, it's just going to be a clunk and not. So let's get into articulation. So he has well, I need to focus, of course. He has an ankle tilt, just like that. And then he has ankle movement back here. And can go back that much, forward that much. Now, the thigh cover is on its own separate hinge due to transformation, and it can accommodate for the ankle. So you'll have to adjust that separately. And I think it works pretty well. I'm happy with it. And then the knee, you get 90 degrees of bend there. And then let's move the arm out of the way. The hips here are on two separate joints, just so then he can stay solid and standing without falling over. So you get hinge joint here, which can go that far forward, that far back. And then there's a hinge joint up here, separate from this joint. And that allows him to do the splits. So, looks a little awkward, but you know what? It works. He's solid. He's not going anywhere. So yeah, there's nothing at the waist, just because I wanted to make him solid, and he's got that trailer hitch there, so it's, yeah. Anyway, so at the arms, you have a hinge here, or a number of hinges here, so it can go forward, all the way up, all the way up. It can hinge outward that far, or well, that far, which is really great. So he can basically pull off whatever pose you want. There's due to how it's built, there's a rotation, kind of, not much, but there is a rotation. And then you get just shy of 90 degrees of elbow bend, which is good. So he can pull off poses without any real restrictions, which is great. So yeah, and then next, the accessories. Of course, he has his gun, which he can hold in his hand, just like so. So yeah, so he can point and shoot, just like that. And of course, all the guns I've done for these Transformers are fully compatible with the blast effect pieces, so then you can bring some realism to what they're firing at. And then yeah, so now the last thing, Onslaught is famous for having these back cannons, these cannons on his back. Now, the way I did it is you'll actually build them with Vortex, as they also do double duty and become the undercarriage of the helicopter. So let's just move him over, and here is his cannons, which double as Vortex's undercarriage, just like that. And so to implement these into Onslaught's robot mod, I'll just set the gun off to the side. You're gonna have to move this antenna just a little bit, and you're just gonna take the guns here, you're gonna slide them in, and there's a gap just below or just above where the hitch is, right there, and you just peg it on like so, and everything just sits in nice and neat. And then he has his world famous cannons. Yay! Yay for cannons. So yeah, he looked good. I think it came out very well. Very nice. He stands very well, like I'm not holding him. Here's both my hands. And yeah, he can pull off a great number of poses. So yeah, I think he came out pretty cool. Pretty good. So yeah. Lastly, if you're coming to this video from my DeviantArt page, you already know this, but this is actually the final prototype of this MOC. I did it up physically first, and then I put it in Stud.io. I fixed a few minor issues I've had while handling it, just like a few bits falling off here and there, some stability issues, etc. Oh, and I added a few minor details to the truck mode, such as a license plate and wiring to the trailer, just to really make it feel authentic. Here's a picture of what it actually looks like. I also recolored it dark blue, makes it a little more accurate to the original character, the G1 version, and it also makes that lime really pop. So yeah, it looks good, I think. So if you want to build this model, instructions are in the description below, and you can also check out the rest of my Lego Transformer Combaticons there as well. I personally think they're all pretty good. You can be the judge of that. So yeah, I'd like to continue doing these in the future. They're not quick to design or anything, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this came out, and I thought I'd just show it on the channel. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all my latest videos. And with that, I will see you all next time.